We have all seen and fallen in love with the Marvel superhero Iron Man, known for being a wealthy American business magnate, playboy, philanthropist, inventor, and ingenious scientist. What if such a character existed not only in movies, but in real life in America as well? Well, he does, and goes by the name of Elon Musk, a name almost all of us are familiar with at this point. But what exactly makes him the Iron Man of America? Continue watching this video to find out. In 2008, actor Robert Downey Junior approached Elon Musk for his assistance in getting into character as Tony Stark, also known as Iron Man for the 2008 film. What drove Downey to do this was Musk's close real-world similarities to the Marvel character, especially his enthusiastic embrace of technology and desire to push the limits of what was possible for a private enterprise. It is true that Elon Musk is one of the biggest names in the corporate tech world in the modern era, and his resume speaks for itself. In addition to being the founder, CEO, and chief engineer at leading American space manufacturer SpaceX, he is also a CEO and product architect of the American electric vehicle and clean engine company Tesla, founder of The Boring Company, and co-founder of Neuralink and OpenAI. It does not end there. As of 2021, he is also the richest person in the world, with a total net worth of a whopping $225 billion. But things did not start off like this for the business magnate tech entrepreneur. Musk was born in South Africa in 1971 to a Canadian mother and a South African father. Having a proclivity towards entrepreneurship and technology from his early childhood, it was not long before he earned his first paycheck, $500 at the age of 12, by coding and selling a computer game to the magazine PC and Office Technology. He moved to Canada in 1989 and later to the US in order to pursue higher education, and eventually got enrolled into Pennsylvania University. Even here, he came up with a clever way to pay for his tuition by organizing house parties filled with club-inspired art installations. During this time, he wrote a business plan for an electronic book scanning service. A decade later, Google would launch a service very similar to the one he had in mind, showing that he had a knack for being ahead of the world when it came to innovative ideas. The eccentric billionaire found his first break in 1995 with the launching of a web software company by the name of Global Link Information Network, which created and licensed online guides to cities to newspapers. His brother Kimball was also a part of this startup project. The company, after being rebranded as Zip2, found initial success when it managed to secure contracts with the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune. It eventually got sold off to tech giant Compaq for $300 million in 1999. Instead of putting the money in a savings account or buying stocks in a safer business venture, Musk decided to take a risk and reinvested this into X.com, an online company aimed at providing financial services. This later got rebranded to PayPal due to confusion among customers over the name X.com, which they assumed to be a pornographic website. Even though PayPal saw a rapid rise, this was largely in the absence of Musk, who had gotten pushed out as its chief executive in 2000. He, however, owned enough stock in the company to get compensated with $165 million when the company ultimately got sold to eBay in 2002. The time that followed this was what led to the creation of Elon Musk's empire as we know it today. Musk's dream about spaceflight was rooted in his desire to send a rocket to Mars, and he started thinking about this seriously in 2001. Towards the end of this year, this dream took the form of a serious, achievable goal when calculations convinced Musk that the cost of reaching orbit could be decreased tenfold if the rockets were built a certain way. Investing $100 million of his early fortune, Musk founded the Space Exploration Technologies Corps, short for SpaceX, in 2002. After years of research, development, and failed attempts, SpaceX successfully launched the Falcon 1 in 2008. This was the first private liquid-fuel rocket to reach Earth's orbit, carrying on this path and pursuing its goal of reusable rockets. SpaceX successfully landed the first stage of its next rocket, Falcon 9, in 2015. In the coming half a decade, the company launched the Falcon Heavy, the Big Falcon rocket, also known as Starship, and the Dear Moon project, all aimed towards space travel. In 2020, they created history by becoming the first private company to place a person into orbit and dock a crewed spacecraft with the ISS when they launched their first crewed flight, the Demo 2. The company has also spent around 10 years and $10 billion to deploy the Starlink constellation of low Earth satellites to provide satellite internet access. Unsurprisingly, this has not been Musk's only achievement. Back in 2004, Musk invested in an electric car company called Tesla Motors. Although originally founded in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, Musk's early and hefty investment of $6.5 million, along with an active role in the company's affairs, saw him rise to the position of co-founder and chief executive within the power structure by 2008. It was also in the same year that the company started shipping its first ever car, the Tesla Roadster, a luxury sports car. This was the first serial production all-electric car to use lithium-ion battery cells, with sales of about 2,500 units. In 2012, Tesla began manufacturing and delivering its four-door Model S sedan, and in 2015 the Model X crossover. This was followed by the release of Model 3 in 2017, which became the world's best-selling electric car by 2020 after having sold more than 500,000 units. Tesla has recently launched the Model Y crossover and the Cybertruck. In 2019, Musk became the longest tenured CEO of any automotive manufacturer globally. In 2020, Tesla became the world's most valuable car maker. Musk has also been a part of Solar City, a project he provided the concept and capital for in 2006. Solar City eventually became the second largest provider of solar power systems in the United States by 2013. Among his many ventures is Neuralink, which Musk co-founded in 2016 as a neurotechnology startup with the aim of integrating the human brain with artificial intelligence. Neuralink's main purpose is to ultimately create devices that will be placed in the human brain and facilitate the merging of the brain with machines, hence enhancing memory and allowing the devices to communicate with software more effectively. In 2016, Musk founded the Boring Company with the purpose of constructing tunnels. Its first project started in 2017 when it initiated the construction of a test trench on the premises of SpaceX's office. It was completed in 2021, and the company plans on expanding this tunnel system further in the upcoming years. An ambitious and futuristic project that could not bear fruit was the concept of Hyperloop, a vacuum tube train for very high-speed rail transportation, which Musk came up with in 2013. According to initial plans, the transport system was planned to be built between the Greater Los Angeles area and San Francisco Bay Area at an estimated cost of $6 billion. But due to setbacks in both financial and technological feasibility, it could not be carried out. Moreover, Elon Musk is frequently a subject of controversy over his political views, management style, candid remarks, and overall pragmatic and eccentric personality. His philanthropic contributions are mainly through his non-profit organization, the Musk Foundation, which has made over 350 contributions worth $25 million to scientific research or education non-profits. Between SpaceX, Tesla, and projects like Hyperloop, it is easy to see why this charismatic billionaire who combines business aims with a taste of showmanship has been dubbed America's Iron Man. Well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to support us and watch more videos like this, click the like and subscribe button and leave us a comment on what you think about Elon Musk and his impact on the world of technology. Hit the bell icon to keep getting updates from us. Goodbye.